All right, hi everybody. In case you're wondering where I've been for the past 15 days, just got a little busy. Midterms are coming up, all that stuff. But last weekend, when I would have normally recorded these videos, I was at a conference at Fort McNair learning about security law. It was pretty interesting. So I don't know, leave any cool questions, and I'll tell you all about security conference law or security law conference. Um, there wasn't I don't have that much law to talk about. It was more of a lot of really interesting advice. My favorite symposium was about appeals and sort of how to approach appeals. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. All right, so case we're going to talk about first here is Berryman versus Kmoch. Berryman versus Kmoch is a Kmoch. Just realized there's an M there. I'm curious if I mistyped that M or if there is really an M. I will go find that out in a little bit. You'll know in the title. So, pretty simple. Guy has this option contract to purchase some land. The option requires that he pays $10. That's the consideration for the option. He didn't pay the $10. Hey guys, so you remember how there's three parts of a contract: offer, acceptance, consideration? If you don't meet all three, the court's not going to enforce the contract, and somebody forgot about consideration. So, so it wasn't made. So the guy who has the land says, well, this is not a binding contract. He sells the contract. And then Mr. Berryman says, whoa, okay, I understand that. All right, we didn't have a contract. Promissory estoppel, though. I'd like to call for promissory estoppel. What's promissory estoppel? For you law students, just go reread Restatement Section 90. All of these cases are fun, they're interesting. Go reread Restatement Section 90 and you'll be happy. But what is promissory estoppel for people who aren't in law school? Promissory estoppel is the idea that you could rely on a promise to a detrimental degree, and you need to be compensated for that. So specifically, if we look right here at Restatement Section 90, which I have... Oh, my computer's not being nice to me. Restatement Section 90. So, all right. So 4 parts to... Oh, no, I think we already talked about this in a different video, so I don't need to redefine it. Sorry. So, promissory estoppel doesn't apply here because he did not rely on the promise. Now, his claim was that he did, that he'd done all this different work to try and find investors in the land and, get a loan set up, but he didn't get the loan. And the court says no. The reason why that doesn't count is because that's just normal business for you. You were just doing normal business hoping to buy the land. You would have been doing that even if you didn't have an option, you were looking at buying the land. So you didn't really rely on the promise. On top of that, again, there was no consideration. And then there was no contract that had been formed, so it could, of course, be revoked. If a contract has not been fully consummated, it can be revoked. So one other thing to note is that $10 here is not real consideration. It's what's called nominal consideration. Some jurisdictions tell nominal jurisdiction to go to hell, which is to say, or nominal consideration, not jurisdiction, nominal consideration, which is to say that in some courts, in some jurisdictions, not just some courts, but in some jurisdictions, if your consideration is so small as to not really count as consideration, they won't count it as consideration. The $10 here is meant to signify nothing, basically, and you can't give something for nothing, even if that nothing is something, but it's not enough of something. All right.